I'll have to check.
I could just say, like, just someone looking at the guy, flicking through the comments, and was like, why doesn't he just show up in the main event and win? I'm like, cause you wouldn't have sold any tickets.
Correct.
Yeah. I know it was sold out, but you're trying to sell out the next event that won't be a sellout
Mm,
for the reason that AJ is here going for the
yeah.
title.
I just checked there. Trick Williams is the TNA championship at the time of recording.
There, whoop that trick.
Yeah.
Um, Jesus, the polygons fucking went flying there. My God, the polygons are flying tonight, lads.
It's best not to think about what happened there. Let's just say Jesse lost.
Yeah. No man, Jesse, biscuits and gravy.
Yeah,
Um,
You've been to
doing
try
it
once
again.
biscuits and gravy, haven't you, Brian?
I've experienced it as it should be experienced. And I ate it and went, geez, I thought this was just going to be a scone, but no, it's tasty.
I do. Again, it does much of our conversation about American cuisine or Iran to have that one of those traditional meals called biscuits and gravy without it either being biscuits or gravy.
Well, I was aghast when I bought myself a packet of McVitie's in Bisto, and my God, I really didn't know what the fucking deal was, to be honest with you. I wasn't enjoying it at all.
No,
Maybe I should have tried hobnobs. Maybe I should have tried hobnobs.
I think the oatiness would have probably made it worse. I think maybe you need to go for maybe more like a chicken gravy, like a chicken
Can
stock
you
maybe.
can you confirm what is your preferred consistency of gravy?
Oh,
I
I
like
prefer
my I like mine to be like wallpaper paste. I want it as a fucking binding agent for the food.
it. I think a good thick gravy you can't really go wrong with, really.
Yeah,
Like,
there we have we have to make two different types of gravy in the house.
mm,
We are a divided household. The only place in our relationship that we do not have harmony is with
okay.
gravy. So we have to have two. Sarah likes to be able to fucking swim in it. Like it's it's not
I mean,
gravy.
listen, that's not for me to judge, but if that's her, that's fine. But I think a bathtub over this is a bit excessive, personally. But that's
There's a moment in every relationship when you go, you know what, I love you in spite of your preferred type of gravy.
despite of your gravy fetish.
Despite the lack of viscosity in your gravy, dear. Yes, I will still continue this charade for the children.
For the children will compromise on gravy.
It'll, it's just who gets to it first. Who gets to the children? There's gonna be
Yeah.
there's gonna be propaganda by both of us to convince the children of whom's gravy is better.
If you have an even split in the house now, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah,
come
so
down to
we
the
are.
dogs, isn't it? It's gonna come down to the dogs.
Yeah. Sure, look, it's all gone to the dogs. Yeah, the food all goes to, especially if Cindy gets her fucking way. That Jack Russell will take a ham sandwich out of your fucking hand. She, she's quick. She's quick and she's mean.
That's Jack Russell for you, man.
She's dogged. She's dogged. Um, we can't. The phrase is, "Did you leave any food on the table?" And you just hear, Cindy just skitter. Me running into the room, going, "You little bitch," and I'm allowed to say that because she's a dog.
No, mine works the exact opposite, where she tries to do things really slowly so you won't notice, and it's a little sneak away. Don't notice that I robbed something from you.
There was a moment. We'll split eating between like having food on the couch and having food in the kitchen, depending on the level of energy available to both parents at the time. Easy mode, easy mode, easy mode, and he was having like just a sandwich, and he was holding it like this, just toddlering and looking at the telly and holding it, and Cindy just. and then clocked eyes with me, and I never did a fucking faster impression of Kane putting someone in a choke slam. I just reached through Ethan, grabbed Cindy, and hoisted her over to me and went, "Never again." And while Caesar Milan pin style, and we had a contact, we had a conversation with our eyes.
Yeah.
She hasn't done it since. But I have. Now, Jack Russells are Jack Russells, and they need. If you don't know Jack Russells, you kind of do have to bully them a bit because they are
Yeah.
They're literally our terriers. They're terrorists. Me and Cindy have a system where I have made sure that she understood me for years during
Mm,
moments like that. And then we have a, okay, come here, we're finished. And I give her a little cuddle and I
yes.
send her on her way and we're fine. Um, but it's that bit where I'm death staring her out of it. And then I drop the fucking act and I go, okay, come on. And she comes back to me and she goes, okay, yeah, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It's okay.
Oh no, the dogs love nothing more than just apology to be accepted and
Yeah, yeah,
everything is
yeah, yeah.
fine.
And we're
They
good.
hate when there's a little weight over their head. It's like, oh no, I don't want to do
Yeah, yeah,
anything.
yeah.
You know,
No, that was
it is a very much toddler energy from dogs in that respect.
she's like she will fucking take the fucking barnacles off a fucking boat now.
Yeah,
Just because she's an older dog and she just doesn't give a fuck.
it's the cynicism
Um,
in it. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
But like everyone now, if you're in the house and like she'll sneak up to you and she cozies up with you, and you're like, I said, oh look, Cindy's being so nice with me. You're holding food. She only wants you for your food. And they're like, and I'm like, really? I'm like, put the food down, see what happens. Puts food down on table. Cindy leaves. I'm like, Cindy, you slut! I thought you wanted me for me.
No, no.
You just wanted me for my burger bites.
Oh, we're emotionally manipulated as well. Like that's like that. I think that's a trait with the breed. I think. Like
Look,
it is very much like I'm looking for one thing. I know you can supply me with it, so
please,
do
please,
it.
sir, please. I'm wasting away. Please.
Hmm.
It has been, it has been a moon ago since I have received nourishment. Please, fetch me more flour almonds. Grandor needs sustenance. Just a tiny sprinkle of soy sauce on a sponge, and Grandor will suck it for sustenance. Please, please, more, master. Just more.
It's sometimes the occasional goo that a dog would have is like you have shown absolutely no interest in tuna before this, but now you want tuna. Okay then, let's see how you do with tuna. Oh yeah, the whole thing, and now you're going to bed and you're farting.
Yeah,
All right then, that seems to be a good day's work for you.
yeah. There's
You know,
a
or the occasional apparently prawn cracker. Just I think genuinely because of the sound, you can hear yourself eating, and I think she appreciates that bit.
it's the happy, yeah, but it's the self-satisfying of them. It's the
Yeah,
you know what it is? It's the culture.
yeah.
Bit of culture for the dogs. There was
Yeah.
there's an expression we use when you walk the dogs and they relieve themselves. And if it
Mm.
takes you by surprise, you refer to the dog and say, "Wow, Cindy, tell me how you really feel." It's just stuck now. It's just fully stuck. That anytime the dogs have had a successful movement, it's like, wow, wow, did you have anything else to tell me? What's going on?
Well
Wow.
done, you.
I very much treat it like a Joe Rogan hot take. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, good job. Did you come up with that yourself? Um,
No, it's amazing what you can do with a couple of joints and some really bad bourbon
oh wow.
and no adult supervision.
Although protect our parks was objectively hilarious.
Yeah.
Only for the fact that it's Shane Gillis. 'Cause
I mean, it's also like to be fair, like dogs do kind of have this all figured out because like I think they are generally the only species that gets complimented for going for a shit.
good job. Well done. See, cats wouldn't allow it. Cat wouldn't receive fucking praise because it's like, I know. I'm good.
This is demeaning to me.
I'm not, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this out loud. Hot take. All cats are Protestants.
Yeah.
Dogs are Catholics because they
Protestant
feel
mindset.
yeah.
Protestant mindset.
Dogs are Catholics because they feel guilt.
Yes. Yes. This is all making an awful lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm telling you, because I could see a cat nailing a manifesto to a church. Need more tuna.
Yeah. The
Tell me,
1008 objections to
yeah,
Whiskas.
yeah, without fucking question. Oh, what's the name of the fucking? Oh, the fucking the Father Ted fucking Facebook group had is it Dreamies? What's the fucking cat? Fucking snacks. They
Oh yeah,
for a
yeah.
solid month it was just cat snack themed memes mixed with Father
Yes.
Ted. God damn, it was so good. It fucking hit me. It hit me real strong. Um, Objectively, some of the greatest meme work ever to happen in the history of memes.
A good old feck posting, as they call it.
Ah, you know, you speak the truth.
I
You
do.
speak the truth,
I
sir.
speak the language.
My personal favorite was feck posting now with extra dinosaurs. When they needed a second group just in case of the zuckening. That was, I was like, lads, yous are posting the same stuff over and over again, and it's still brilliant.
It still works. Yeah.
It's still fucking
But
brilliant.
again, as per our previous email, with extra dinosaurs.
It's just all from that fucking stupid bastard. Proof that a broken transphobe can write a decent sitcom or movie or book, twice in their life.
It's a curious one, isn't it? Like I think like that always kind of that always is always conversation ever comes up whenever you do have someone as fucking ridiculous as Graham Linehan. Where like how much do you separate the creator from its works? And it's never really an easy answer. It's really as a case by case basis. Like when you look at Father Ted, I think Father Ted is one you can separate Graham Lin. You can separate Graham Linehan from that because first of all, he co-wrote it. Like Arthur Matthews did a lot of heavy lifting for Father Ted in particular. Black Books you'd say is more Graham Linehan's work because it's more fucking miserable than Arthur Matthews stuff is more absurd. But it's also like Father Ted wouldn't have worked without the cast that they had.
Oh
You
Christ,
know,
no. No.
I think it's really demonstrative in the Father Jack character with Frank Kelly taking
Wow,
that
yeah.
because
Like Frank
any
Kelly,
yeah
god damn, had no reason to be playing. Like
yeah
that was a role below him.
yeah it was
Yeah.
very below, but that was the whole point. It was just a vision of that the fact that like and Frank Kelly like even amongst that crew is like fucking light years in terms of like name quality between them because at this point like Dermot Morgan would have been doing bits and bobs on sketch shows and stuff like that and had a lot of stuff going on radio. Ardla Hanlon was only starting off. Marie McGlynn was doing a lot of like kind of like theater work and stuff like that. So those names hadn't broken out yet, and then it was such a springboard for all Irish comedians. But at the time, Frank Kelly was the gold standard of Irish comic because you had Hall's Pictorial Weekly and a few other things in between then, and again a lot of radio work and stuff like that that we would have known for him over here. But Hall's Pictorial Weekly in particular was all very Frank Kelly based. So everyone knows him from that in that respect. But again, the fact that like you're kind of sitting on your funniest man to deploy a couple of lines, that to me is more about the actor being able to just like get your like be able to nail it one
Yeah.
and only time.
Frank
And then
Frank
everyone
Ke-
play around
Frank
that.
Kelly is the original. Get your shit in.
Yeah, a little bit.
He
And then it's also
absolutely. Wow.
and it's also the fact that it's all the supporting crew, it's the guests and stuff like that. Like again, just be able to just like say, oh yeah, this is the episode we're gonna bring Brendan Grace on for this one character. It's like fucking brilliant.
And
Here's Graham Norton. Here's such and such character people. I think with something like Father Ted, when you have so many other characters in the mix, um, that's what made the show funny. Is the people, it's the actors, it's the characters. Yes, the character like again we said this a couple of weeks ago about like how much does the writer involve themselves in the character. The writer sets the guidelines and the boundaries and the establishes what the person is. The way you can describe it, the writer designs the shoe, but the actor actually wears it.
yeah,
You
it
know,
was.
they're the foot in the metaphor. They're the one that actually makes it work. You
It
know,
just
kind of way it works both ways. Like,
here's a here's a fucking multiverse fucking what if.
yeah,
Do you think J.K. Rowling could write a decent sitcom?
no,
Because apparently you have to be a complete bollocks to write them, judging on what we've just spoken about.
again,
I wonder would it
it's
be any good?
well, I suppose like it's that kind of thing about it's like you can be a bollocks and also have great observant comedy. You know what I mean? Like you can like it is that kind of the aspect of like you can have you can have a hill that you die on and it doesn't come up in your work until the hill appears. You know, and I'd have to look more. I think it's probably more probably more important for the IT crowd perhaps, because that would be the one thing where like maybe the stuff has shown up, let's say. Whereas the stuff would say like with J.K. Rowling, it was kind of always there a little bit. There was always a little bit of a kind of an undercurrent of like, stereotypes or fucking like, like, oh, the Irishman, the Irish kid always blows shit up, or like the Jew, there's a Jewish kid who always does this and stuff like that. So like hers is more draped in stereotype, and I think there's also a strong undercurrent of stereotype in comedy as well, because
Oh
it's
yeah.
observation. There's an observation quality to comedy, but there's
Um.
also like British comedy. I think we had this conversation before. British
Yeah, we did.
comedy
Yeah.
punches down. It is always a case of where like, oh, look at these fools who do this and yark yark yark. It's a very colonial comedy, whereas you take an Irish approach where it's like the enemy, the real villain in Father Ted is Bishop Brennan. He's a level above. You know, British comedy is not punching down. Like British comedy will find a freak and laugh at them. You know, in a
There's
core, like
something in.
Little Britain is a quintessential British comedy for me, because it's always finding little pockets of humanity and pointing and laughing at them. Whereas Irish comedy wouldn't do that. It would actually almost celebrate the oddballs. You know, like,
It
you know,
was. It was more. You can see it in Father Ted in that all the guest stars
mm,
actually are stars. They are the most interesting, funniest, weirdest part of the story.
yeah,
When Graham Norton's on screen, he is the weirdest, wildest character, and everyone else is going, "Sure, Jesus, would you look at your man?"
yeah,
It's very much a like, here's our normal day, and now this weirdo's after showing up to
exactly, yeah,
make it weird, and
yeah.
we just wanna go on our holiday.
Yeah.
Um,
But again,
whereas
Graham
in the
Norton, like only Graham Norton could play that role, and that's the whole thing. Is that like, yes, you might have, like, I know from like even from a writer's side, like sometimes you have a placeholder like person you're thinking of when you're writing this character, and like, well, how would this person behave? How would this person act? And then you work it out accordingly. But oftentimes it doesn't always work out that way. It's you don't necessarily put your character in a lane that quickly. It'll go into its own lane once that person is in there. And it kind of ties in with wrestling a little bit. Like, yeah, you kind of have to give, if you're going to give a wrestler a gimmick, give him a gimmick that works. Like,
Yeah.
would the Undertaker gimmick work with anyone that wasn't Mark Calloway? If you gave that gimmick to the Heartbreak Kid or Bret Hart, fucking no. Bret Hart
Yeah.
would not be a good Undertaker. Shawn Michaels would not be a good Undertaker. But Mark Calloway would be a fucking brilliant Undertaker. A terrible Heartbreak Kick, though. So it always works out in that kind of respect. Um, like it's as I said, it's like auditioning for a role. Can you see this actor being Hamlet? Can
There
you
was
see
a
this actor being this role?
there was a moment there, and all caveats, we've said it before,
Hmm.
but is Big Show doing commentary?
He is going to do commentary, yeah. So he's basically studying John Cena's on Raw here, so he's basically studying Cena here, because
Just fucking losing
in
my mind now.
this storyline he's won the Royal Rumble, so he has to choose between which champion he wants to compete.
Didn't know we were watching AEW. Um,
Yeah.
Big Show on
But yeah,
commentary.
we established that Edge actually won the Royal Rumble, so this basic storyline is like Big Show basically like meddling in the brand warfare of Raw versus SmackDown.
Like the the idea of a gimmick. I find
Mm,
gimmicks are fucking weird
yeah,
because they're already, it's a hat on a hat. You're already a professional wrestler, which is
yeah,
supposed to be the normal thing. So if you take that as your baseline for the sitcom,
mm,
the baseline for the sitcom is we're all wrestlers who
yeah,
are trying to win matches and earn a living being professional fighters.
mm,
And now that we're all here, now this fella has shown up in a clown costume.
yeah.
And you're like, oh, how do we fucking deal with this? And it actually, geez, it kind of gives parlance. There's actually,
Mm.
there's,
Well,
the,
I think
the,
what we learned from the indie side of it is that like some people don't need the gimmick. They are just enough of a personality in of themselves. They just need to be able to present themselves aesthetically and get the point across. Whereas there'll be some people who are just such a blank slate. You need to give them something to get that little step up, and then let the personality take over. You know,
there's something in, it wasn't even the Spanish announce table.
that's when
There's
you
just
know he's
some,
serious about being ECW champion.
oh
Ah,
Christ. Oh. No, quick time.
Not quick enough, apparently.
No, no, no. I'm not Arbitrarily the Giant.
That's just too extreme for my blood, kids.
I'm not going to fight you in a fair fight.
There's nothing fair about me, the Big Show.
The Giant Man. I don't understand why the Big Show just doesn't eat all the other wrestlers. Like, he's...
The problem is you can keep eating all the rest until you come to someone like Big Daddy V.
He is Lure from Omicron Persei 8.
Yes.
Like, come on. Yeah. Jesus Christ. But he's... And he got jacked. Big Show got... Remember when Big Show got jacked? He looked brilliant.
There was a few years where Big Show was not even jacked, but just inflated. And he just didn't look happy and unwell. And then just like over the next like 5-10 years, he just downsized gradually and just seemed like a much happier person in himself.
But he's a any interview you see with him, God, he's lovely.
Yeah.
He's so lovely. I never understood why they gave him the angry gimmick. The Raw. It's like, it doesn't have to be. He could just be lovely and giant.
Yeah.
And batter people.
Too much to ask for some people. Who knew?
Yeah, there's something in the pigeonholing of it all.
Yes.
That you can... Oh, and here we have Beige Mysterio and Dublin Mysterio. Are we learning? Are we learning moves?
So what we're doing here, Brian, is creating a finisher. So this is me actively going, what would be the most Jack Freedom move?
Wow, this is the most exciting thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've made a human.
Yes. Now, of course, this is me very much assuming a finisher for Jack Freedom.
Oh yeah.
And something that I think would be actively something he could pull off. So bear with me here as I check my options here.
It's listen, this is the most important thing you'll ever do in your entire life, like.
Yes.
God, this is giving me very much sitting. Yeah, I had in my bedroom a blow up chair, like an inflatable chair that I put on my bed that I would then raise myself up to the correct level where my television was on the top shelf of like a very rickety kind of wooden shelving unit. And I would sit on that and I would do this type of stuff. Painstaking hyper focus.
Yes.
Where I would just be at this type of stuff. I would never played the games up until where you could fully make moves like this. If I did, I would never have left the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is now making me want to go and buy the next WWE video game to do this. My God.
Remarkably enough, I don't think they did. I can't remember if they've done the creative finisher since.
Yeah.
It's quite absurd when you think about it. Like, I actually don't remember what I called Freedom's finisher at this point. This is gonna be very interesting. Oh yeah, I remember now. Yes.
Danger Zone.
Yeah, Danger Zone.
You're goddamn right, it is.
So when we come back on the Mirror WWE Universe, we're gonna see the Danger Zone in action.
Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.